Hello world, and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for Is Your Crush Crushing Back? So any pick a card reading, you get to pick the card, the number, the object. Maybe it's a sequence of numbers down in the description that draws you to the group. You use your intuition to do that, so use your intuition to pick. I'll be placing objects here in a second. Then down in the description, I've got timestamps. You pick your pile, you go to that timestamp, then I use my intuition to read the cards for you. Again, the subject is your crush crushing back? For this first group here, this is the Muse Tarot. It's group number 1. The object that goes with it is this Apatite crystal. Now the Muse Tarot is a more surrealistic type deck with very feminine energies. Group number 2, this is Mystic Garbage Tarot. This is an unusual tarot. It actually says it's an unusual tarot on the box. So this is a little bit funkier, a little bit out there, so that's what to expect. The object with it is this rose quartz heart. For group number 3, this is Mystical Melodies. Yes, and it is a cartoon deck. You can see like the vintage cartoon vibe here. It's one of my favorite decks, actually. It reads very, very well. And what goes with it is this Labradorite crystal. I like to show you in the light what it looks like so you can see the beautiful flashes of color that are in there. And for group number 4, this is going to be our traditional tarot deck. This is Golden Art Nouveau, so it's traditional tarot, but it has some gold on it, and it's that Art Nouveau style. And the object that goes with it is Kambala Jasper. It actually had the name on the back of this one, so had to look there. If you're still not sure which group is for you, oh, and also if you get in there and it doesn't feel right, pick a different group, or maybe it's just not the right day, maybe it's just not the reading. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your discernment. But if you want to do a breathing exercise with me to help you pick the right group, go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to relax into this moment, relax into this seat where you are at this moment. Take a deep breath in and release. Okay, think about the messages that you need to receive. Take another deep breath in and release. Open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. Thank you again for being here, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. We've got our beautiful Apatite crystal, our beautiful Muse Tarot deck, the number 1, and let's take a look at Is Your Crush Crushing Back? So we're going to pull a card for a bunch of different questions. I got 5 questions, so your feelings versus their feelings, your feelings versus their feelings. Okay, so 7 of Inspiration, this is our 7 of Swords, and then we've got Page of Emotions. I actually misspoke. Inspiration would be Wands. So I have to kind of remember with this deck what the different things mean, because it is so different than your regular tarot. And then we've got Page of Emotions here. So this is you, this is them. The cards suggest that your crush on this person is meeting some resistance. Like, there are people who just are like, why would you have a crush on them? I don't really get it. Like if you're confessing it to friends and families or acquaintances, sometimes this is because they just don't see you in that way. Like they don't see you with this person. They may have a narrow view of you. Sometimes it might be because they're jealous. Sometimes they would like to see you with another person. I'm thinking of like a family member, and they have this idea of like what they would consider a perfect crush or relationship, and they're not seeing you with this person. That's okay. You don't have to worry about what other people think, what they say. And especially when I I see that your person here, that they have like a very open heart. They have this very kindness about them, especially with the Page of Emotions. Emotions would be cups, or cups cards. They lead with their heart on their sleeve. This is a very fun energy. Other people don't need to see what you are seeing. And in fact, when they tell you things about what they see, they may not be giving you the full picture. Like I said, if their view is clouded by their own experiences, so remember that. So they may have dated somebody who was like tall, dark, and handsome, who broke their heart, we'll say, or somebody who worked in this particular field or had this particular sign and it went bad for them. That's their own experience. That's what they have to deal with. Trust yourself and trust, because I really feel like you're defending yourself and you're defending this position. And in fact, I think it's actually driving you closer to this person. And I do feel like this person has a very playful feel around them. Relationships are hard, but they don't have to be that hard, is what I'm hearing in here. So for some of you, I feel like if you are in a relationship with them, with your crush, you know, or you're trying to arrange something and it just never works out, just pay attention to that, because it may not need to be this hard. And that, for some of you, like that, so you really need to calm down here a moment. And when you are getting criticisms, figure out with your discernment what is a valid criticism and what is a non-valid criticism. With our Page of Emotions, like I said, this is a very fun person. They lead with their heart. There's so much joy and creativity around them, playfulness. Do they give this same energy though to everyone? Is it just who they are? Or are you getting a specific special energy from them? I could see why this person is very crush worthy, okay? And when we've got a Page of Emotions, like I feel like they're very young or naive maybe around their energy and very vibrant. I kind of feel like you have been there, seen it, done that a little bit more as far as like experience wise. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot to really like about your person. So if you're getting feedback as far as like, why would you like them, blah 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 blah, trust yourself in that. But if you're getting feedback with like, hey girl, that person, like, they flirt with everyone, so just be careful. Process that and take that to heart. What to look out for here. What do you need to look out for with this? We get the Fool. Steps to move forward. We get Knight of Inspiration. And then the final outcome. We get Page of Voices. A lot of pages here, a lot of new beginnings. I just feel like this could be the beginning of something really fun and interesting. Certainly when we've got the Knight of Inspiration here. Inspiration, remember, is our Wands cards. It's that creativity, it's that fun, it's that fire, it's that passion. It is this is our step to move forward. So remember that passion, remember that attraction that we have. What to look out for? The Fool card. The Fool is somebody who is just so smitten and so in love that they're not seeing any of the dangers. And that might be why some people are cautioning you against this person. So again, this is going to depend on your situation. First of all, I would just take the complaints with a grain of salt. But then I would like, okay, wait a second. Is this a valid point? Is this not a valid point? Who is telling you this? Is the person telling you that you should not have a crush on them another person who has a crush on them? Is the person who's telling you you shouldn't have a crush on them somebody who really has your interest at heart? Because I really feel like this energy of the Fool, where we have this like, you're willing to jump off a cliff, you're willing to jump off a bridge. And I get it. I totally get it over here with all of these Wands cards. We are looking for we are looking for wands cards because that's passion, that's joy, that's fun, it's moving somewhere, that is movement, that is action, right? And then we are also looking for cups cards, and we have both of those here. Now, page of voices, this is a little bit of like, okay, the final outcome is like, let's bring it back to reason here. You know, again, I think pages are just very fresh energy. Kind of sometimes they have a naivete around them where they don't fully grasp the whole information. As far as moving forward with the Knight of Inspiration, it's just like, hey, just, you know, almost like rip off the Band-Aid and do it. I feel like there's a mutual attraction here between you and your crush. It's kind of like take some action steps. What is it that would be fun for the two of you to do together, be together? Look for those opportunities and grasp them. As far as the, you know, when I said the page of voices, this is our outcome. Have an open mind. It is definitely different from our Seven of Inspiration here, where you're feeling like you're fighting off everything. You're fighting off, but I feel like, you know, your energy is so like head over heels in love over here with this crush that, yeah, some people are kind of trying to bring you back. Like, and then the page of voices is like, okay, I get it. Like, these are kind of two extremes. And it's funny how this looks like it could be just like the same person here. Like, this is almost like draw a moth to a flame. Like, you're ready to go and get burned. And when people are telling you to get burned, you're like, shut it. I don't want to hear it. But I feel like the way that this is coming out here, even though these questions weren't asked in the same way, the way that I'm seeing it and reading it and seeing you is that you definitely need to use your emotions as a guide and realize why you're feeling the way you're feeling. If you're feeling mad when somebody tells you something, question that. Why are you mad? Well, because they're after your crush. Why are you mad? Well, because you don't see it the same way. They're wrong. Allow yourself to process things. And I also feel like there's a little bit of pulling this back to the center and rethinking about some things. Because I kind of feel like when we've got the Fool and then the Knight of Inspiration here, is that you kind of might be a little bit carried away. And that's why you're attracting these naysayers, okay? So that's fine. Use it as like, okay, I get it. Why are these naysayers saying that? Process that information and trust your own discernment about it, because you are intelligent enough to figure it out. I also feel like we get the page of voices here. This is like going out. Sometimes I see this card depicted as like a new university student, somebody who's thirsty for knowledge. They're going out and learning more new things. It's learning new things about your crush, but I also want it to be reciprocated. It's not just always about them. I want them to reciprocate back to you, because I do feel like there's a little bit of, like I was saying, that moth to the flame. Like, you're almost ready to jump off a cliff here for this person. You're like head over heels. I get it. There's this great attraction to them. I think that they have an attraction towards you too. They are just fun and vivacious and bubbly and joyful, and they're really fun to be around. So it's like, okay, hold up, slow down, let's process some things and figure this out. I really do feel like this could be an amazing connection for you. I do feel like that they are connecting to you as well as you to them. I do feel like there's a little bit on your side, like I said, some people are cautioning you. Why is that? Just figure that out. Because there's a couple possibilities. Rather than just getting mad and steamrolling ahead, do they have a valid point? Or is there a valid point because they're the ones who want to have a relationship with your crush? So that also tells you something there about that, and you should be smart about that as well. Maybe that's not somebody you confide in anymore. Maybe, you know, as you proceed through this relationship, you keep it quiet for a little bit. It's kind of like I feel like this is really easy for you to get carried away with which is, and it's just, I get it. It's such a, I'm really feeling this fun energy. I'm feeling like my heart almost exploding here. And then look at the fireworks here with our night of inspiration. So I completely get this attraction. I do feel like it might be heavier on your side than it is on their side. So there are some things for you to think about, but it could be really amazing. Okay. So, because I really feel like the majority of you, probably 80-20. So which percentage are you? You need to think about this. 80%, this is going to be a fun experience. This is going to be a fun crush. This is going to be a really, you know, fun fling. For the 20% of you, this is more on your side than their side, and that's why you're getting this blowback. But that's why we're having this discussion. So as I'm talking, like, which way are you seeing it? It's time to kind of like settle down for a second and think about it. Think about why you are feeling this way. Also, I think that there's a little bit of an observer energy here with this page of voices, to observe your person, like step back, take a step back, because you are just kind of like running towards them. Take a step back for a moment and observe. Do they then take a step towards you that you've taken back? Or when you step back, do they just continue walking away? Okay, because I feel like there's a possibility of either way. I wish I could give you like more direction here, but this is actually, it's more advice on how to figure out if this is really for you, or if like the naysayers are right. Now, I kind of feel like some of these naysayers are very, very harsh, and I almost feel like you definitely need to put boundaries around yourself. Don't take it too much to heart. Figure out what it is that they're really trying to tell you, because I do feel like some of the things that they say are very harsh and aren't very helpful, which is why you have like this initial negative reaction to it, and it makes you kind of run to your person. So calm it down for a sec. I want you to observe them and then proceed. I think it would be very easy to proceed forward either way, that 80-20%, which is why it's kind of hard to give you further advice here, but you have to engage here and figure this out. I think it's very easy to spend more time with this person. Now, do you really want to? 80% of you are going to be like, yeah, this is a green light, this is go. But there are a potential for some red flags, so that's why I'm like, hey, for those red flags, you need to rethink this. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. I'm so proud of you brave souls who picked this group. So this is our Rose Quartz, our number 2, and let's talk about your crush. So we're going to do your feelings, their feelings, and then we'll get 3 more cards out about the relationship. So let's do your feelings towards this person. And we get the King of Cups, but reversed. Their feelings towards you. Oh no. 3 of Swords. Okay. I almost feel like this might be somebody that you've been in a relationship with before, that you have this attachment towards them. You don't necessarily want to let them go. I mean, I love to see Cups cards, but the 3 of Swords and a love reading, no. I feel like either you hurt them or they have been hurt very, very badly when we've got the 3 of Swords. The King of Cups here, Kings are people who are in control. And I feel like there's something about this person that makes you really out of control. That there's just a complete like imbalance here. Maybe it's just like their attitude. Maybe it is just they've got that certain something. Maybe they are, or maybe you are, a narcissist, and it's kind of like it's almost like you guys are two great people, but together it's almost very, very toxic. There's something about this person that maybe they talk you into doing things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you can't like stop. We've got the King of Cups in reversed. This is, you know, a merman. But I just feel like there's some emotional manipulation here, moodiness, volatility. You know, relationships are hard, but they don't have to be this hard. And there's just something, I almost feel like there's just something here where you need to maybe cut cords or release this, there's a toxicity going on. Three of Swords. The middle finger to love here. So do you really need to know more? I mean, this card is about pain and separation and heartbreak and grief and rejection. So yeah. Okay. So what to look out for? What do you look out for with this person or this relationship? We'll get some advice moving forward, how to move forward. Okay, Five of Swords. There's definitely a very physical attraction here towards you, but then I almost feel like they make you feel bad afterwards. Or they'll like just be nice to you to get what they want, or vice versa. You could be nice to them to get what you want. And then just very manipulative and using energy. Steps to move forward. The World, you are trapped. There's a trap here, so you know that. You need to release it and let it go. Yeah, this almost feel like, ooh, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is our Medusa here. And then the Two of Cups. Like the outcome, I really feel like once you move past this person, I almost feel like this is the type of person that you meet before you meet your soulmate. So it's really important for you to work on releasing and letting go of this person, because the Nine of Cups is the wish card and the Two of Cups is like this beautiful energy between two people. I think this person is kind of like, you wish that they were your person. Like you came into this, or they came into this with a you know, this could be your first love, your high school sweetheart, somebody, or, you know, there was just like a facade around it. And there were all of these beautiful stories that were made up about this relationship, either in your head or their head, or maybe they even told you or promised things. And it just didn't work out that way. They were like going to take care of you and they were it was going to be forever. But I almost feel like somebody may have been cheating here. And it's just like kind of like that really crappy relationship, that crappy person that you're with, so that once you do meet your soulmate, once you do meet the person that is for you, that they are everything that you ever wished for and you appreciate them. So I know. So this was a quick one, but I think it's pretty obvious. We get the King of Cups in reverse and we get the Three of Swords on how you feel about each other. And then we get this Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords is about, this isn't fun. I mean, look at this Five of Swords card. Yeah, I mean, this is a very physical relationship between the two of you. And maybe this is just somebody that keeps calling you and wants like one thing from you. You wished it would be better. Maybe they have like qualities that you want. I'm hearing that one chick who went viral where she's like 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes, in finance, you know, and maybe this is like you had that idea of this person, but then once you met them, they like treated you like crap. But like there was just that magnetism between the two of you. There's like this has to end. It has to end. And for right now, for whatever reason, like you're stuck in a cycle with them, it's not going to end well. But once you do end it, there are some beautiful things to come. See, this is the outcome, but it's not with this. When you're out of control and they're hurting, when somebody is hurting and we have got manipulation and out of control and wanting just a physical relationship, and I almost feel like, you know, letting that go, and then you're going to fall head over heels with the person that you wished this person could be. There's an archetype you wish this person could be. That's what's coming next once you release them, once you get real with who they are. Stop living in this cycle with them. So that's what I have for you, group 2. This deck doesn't play around. So that's what I have for you. Let's work on some ways to let them go, to release them. You got to make a clean break. Maybe even like writing them a breakup letter, even if you can't give it to them, write them a breakup letter, and then I usually like set it on fire, and then you take it and then you bury it in the backyard because it's behind you. So hope that helps, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3, and our Labradorite, and our question of, is your crush crushing back? We're going to get your feelings towards them, their feelings towards you. Then we'll pull out 3 other cards about the relationship and get some advice moving forwards. So your feelings towards them, we get the 5 of Swords. Their feelings towards you, we get the Star. This could be a reverse too. Sometimes like this is, it just depends on the situation. So take what resonates for you. There is one person in this crush situation who likes to mix it up with words. They kind of like that verbal sparring. This is the 5 of Swords. There's somebody who likes to like bounce ideas off of you. They might even be an air sign, but they are not afraid. Like sometimes they're very, very blunt. And they kind of like that kind of bickering back and forth. And I would bet that so that could be you, or it could be them, who has that like almost combative, kind of fun, kind of bickering back and forth. And it's almost like that's what their love language is, like that kind of talking. Now, some people thrive in that environment. You will, and what I was going to say is I almost feel like when you're with them and maybe it's a work situation that people are like, oh man, you're like an old married couple, you know, who has that kind of like that back and forth, that bickering. Maybe you guys like to debate things. You might even be on like opposite ends of like a particular subject, whether that be politics, whether that be religion, whether that be Ford versus Chevy, for instance. But there is somebody in this, either you or them, who has that kind of combative kind of thing. Now, the 5 of Swords is kind of like when you're fighting with your friends and you say mean things, and because you want to really win the argument. So it's not always the best card. It's kind of like a remembrance of, hey, you know, you're dealing with another person. Maybe it's okay to lose this battle, let it go because of greater things to come. And the other person in this situation, so there's the one who likes to do this verbal sparring, he likes the back and forth. The other person in this situation, we've got the Star. They are very lighthearted and they're kind of like hopeful, and they're kind of thinking like, this almost reminds me too of like little kids who, you know, this comes up a lot because I talk to my daughter about this a lot. She's in 3rd grade, going into 4th grade. But like when I was in that grade, like the little boys, they would hit you, and then the teacher would say, oh, or whoever you would complain to, oh, that just means they like you. That's a very toxic way of looking at it. Like, I understand that now as an adult, and I'm teaching my daughter about that, but some people don't grow out of it. So I almost feel like they come over to kind of like bug you or to bother you because, or you to them, because you know, you just want to get a reaction to them, and it may not always be like the healthiest. We'll say that. But again, like I said, I know people who thrive in this, who love this, who like that kind of like, you know, and it's tossing ideas around, somebody who really likes to toss ideas around. And then the other person in this situation is just kind of like, well, I hope this leads to something. I hope it means that they like me. I hope that this is a good beginning towards something else. Okay. So what else do we have? What to look out for in this relationship? What to look out for? Page of Swords reversed. Steps to move forward. And the outcome. Okay, I just feel like, you know, I feel like whoever has some very sharp words, I almost feel like this is you and this is them. And you're taking this verbal argument as something that you're like, oh, they like me. But I almost think that they're just kind of mean, that they're kind of messing with you here. We get the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like what to look out for. This is like, are they just mean to everybody? Are they really, you know, the Page of Swords would be going forth looking for knowledge. They would be wanting to learn things about you. But when we have it in reverse, it almost feels like they're very, again, that they're willing to win, like they're willing to put their own ego over yours. So I'm concerned about that. And I'm doubly concerned about that when we get the Empress and we get the Fool reversed, and then we get this Nine of Swords reversed. The Nine of Swords, like, I do feel like this is the outcome card. I feel like this is a better card when it is in reverse, but I don't want this to be my outcome when I'm talking about a relationship reading. And look at all the swords here. Like, this is somebody, I really feel like, you know, you might be attracted to them because they're very intelligent, they're very smart, they feel like you know, you can have interesting conversations with you, but I almost feel like their ego is, so watch out for their ego. So I did this in group 1. It was like an 80-20 split. I think 80% they're more interested in their own ego and winning an argument than they are in actually participating in something with you. And 20% that this is just fun for them and you're going to get what you hope for. So you have to figure out, listen to these red flags that I'm telling you about. Are you seeing those? And I just don't feel like this is going to be the best outcome. Almost either way. I don't feel like this is going to be a good outcome. And I almost feel like the Nine of Swords is here in reverse because you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up from it. I almost feel like if you progress with this whole like verbal like assault with them, I almost feel like there's going to be a lot of anxiety attached to it or a lot of wonder. Because I don't think that they're somebody who's really capable of expressing their feelings. They seem like they're somebody who it is very childish, very immature here with the Page of Swords. I think they might be very, very smart, and that's what hides their immaturity. Whew. Look at all of these major arcana cards over here. But the Empress and the Fool reverse. The Fool is kind of like let's wake up. Steps to move forward is kind of like, wait a second, let's start questioning some of these. You know, the Fool gets super excited about something and they're just like blind to everything else, and they're willing to jump off a cliff. They're willing to for their vision, for their what they're hoping for what they want. But I kind of feel like you're kind of coming back down to earth here. I feel like you have been giving this person anything and everything that they want, and you're finally realizing that they are not as invested into this as you are. Okay, so yeah, it might be fun to verbally spar with them, but don't put your whole hope on it. Don't put your whole heart and soul on it. They are not here to feed you. They're here to feed their own ego. And when we get the Empress in reverse, like the Empress is somebody who is so like abundant and loving, and she wants to give, 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 give. And this is saying, when we have her in reverse, it's like, listen, you need to give back to yourself. Like, why are you feeding their ego? Why are you allowing them to say these things to you? Sometimes they'll say like mean things to you and be like, oh yeah, I'm just joking. And then you're like, oh, okay. You know, because you're giving them the benefit of the doubt. When we've got the Star here, the Star is just so sweet and lovely. And then the Fool is like out on this journey. But I really feel like things are changing and shifting here. So while your crush is only really capable of crushing on their own ego. Your crush is crushing on themselves. So is your crush crushing back? No, they're crushing on their own ego. I do feel like they are attracted to you. I feel like they would consider you like arm candy. I do feel like they like to talk to you. I do feel like they like to have conversations with you. And that's why you're like, oh, well, this could be something more. But really, they just like it for how it makes them feel. And I don't think that they really care about how you feel. So I'm sorry, group 3. So if this resonated with you, it's a red flag. I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4. We've got our lovely Jasper here, our number 4, and then our Golden Art Nouveau deck. And we're going to ask the question of, is your crush crushing back? We're going to do your feelings, their feelings, and then we'll do some cards about what to look for, steps to move forward, the ultimate outcome, things like that. So let's start with the juxtaposition of yours and their feelings. So your feelings. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Oh, hold on. Let's just reshuffle this. All right, their feelings. Okay, we've got the 7 of Swords. They're like sneaky. They might be in a relationship. If you don't know about it, or maybe you do know about the relationship, I think they're misleading you as to what's kind of going on with that relationship when we get the 7 of Swords here. 7 of Swords, look, they're kind of like sneaking away. This crush is thinking about themselves versus like, you are so lovely and you're so open and you're willing to give them anything. And they're like, oh, hey, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. But I kind of feel like the energy here is that they're going to take. They're doing something for their own benefit. A lot of times their own benefit could be that they have like they have like, you're the side piece. Like they have somebody else. And then they're misleading your relationship. I'm almost hearing the, is it Destiny's Child? Like, say my name. Like when you're on the phone with them and they're like with somebody else and they're like, oh yeah, okay, great. But it's like, hey, say my name so that the person you're with knows who you're talking to, because we both need to know. Now we'll get some more cards out. They could just be being very selfish. There could be some reasons for their deception, but they're doing something for their own reasons, and I feel like you're giving to them. I just feel like there's like an energy vampire. You're definitely more interested in them than they are in you. What to look out for? 3 of Wands. Steps to move forward. Tower. Outcome. Strength. You're just gonna get hurt. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just feel like you keep giving to them. I don't feel like they are capable of giving back to you. This may be, they're holding on to something. It may be their past relationship. They may be kind of on their way out of that relationship and they're not ready to start something. They may not be even being honest with themselves, but that's why they're kind of like taking. At a different time, this might be different, but right now, the energy is not good around them. We have the Three of Wands reversed. Three of Wands is like moving forward. So if things are feeling stagnant, there's a reason why. Like, it's not moving forward for a reason, and it's because this person is stuck in the past. They haven't fully released and let go of something that's totally hurt them. You're paying for somebody else's mistakes. And I know that, I mean, look at this. This is who you are, okay? So you are pretty badass. I'll just say that. Like, honestly, they are not good enough for you, and they're certainly not good enough for you right now. They may need to be doing a lot of growing. They have their own problems that they need to deal with. You know, on one level, like, you know your worth, like, you know how strong you are, you know that you're like, you know you're a lion tamer, you know you can go into a situation, but do you really need to? Like, I think given long enough, like, yeah, you could turn this around, but it's just really going to only hurt you. And that's why Strength in Reverse is coming up. I kind of feel like this cup that you just, again, like, you are a giver, you are a lover, you are just lovely. And my wish for you is that you find somebody who loves and appreciates you as much as you love and appreciate them. And I just really don't feel like it's this crush that's on your mind right now. I don't feel like they've got the capacity to do it. Their issue here is we've got the Tower in reverse. They're trying to, like, wind back the clock, hold back time. Like, they're not, there's something in their past that's happened where they're not dealing with reality, and they can't move forward because they're trapped in their past. They're trying to change things that have happened in the past, and they can't move forward. That's why we've got this Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about moving. It's about going. It's about having that plan. It's about, moving forward. But they have nothing to give you. You have been giving everything. Number 4. And, like, you deserve the energy that you're putting forward. Like, you deserve for that to come back to you. So that's what I have for you, group 4. I hope this was helpful. Again, if this is resonating, if you're like, yeah, I can kind of see that, it's a red flag. So, again, I hope this is helpful. I hate when I have to, like, give, like, hey, but honestly, you deserve it. Like, let me be your bestie here and tell you how amazing you are, how strong you are, how loving you are, and your love deserves to go to somebody who's going to give you that love back. This idea of this perfect relationship, like, that's within your grasp, but not when you waste it on people who are just energy vampires. So that's what I have. Hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading.